Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. This week in the Confidence Zone, I'm speaking about grief. The topic came to me because I'm offering a workshop at the end of the week on Qigong for grief relief. And so I've been thinking about my workshop, thinking about my offering, setting the intentions of whomever is there to offer healing and really wellness coming out of my workshop. So whenever I do things like this, I have the energy of it. It comes to my mind, it stays in my mind, and then I want to do my lives about it as well, so I can offer some kind of healing or new idea or thought or experience to you. So yesterday I talked about how important it is to release grief, because grief has a hold on us sometimes. It holds us down, and when we're held down from anything really, we feel less confident. And when we feel less confident, it's hard for the soul to rise. And as you know, in my work here, I'm all about soul rising for a confident life. Today, I want to just speak briefly about the relief that you get from releasing grief. So I call this grief relief. If you have experienced some kind of traumatic loss or some kind of traumatic change in your life and you're grieving what was, you know what I'm talking about. I know that you know what I'm talking about. I could feel the energy of it. And so what we want is relief. Now, in my work, I've learned that when I come here and speak about something overtly, it's like planting a seed for you, whether or not you get it right away or get the full impact of the energy or whatever. I know that when I talk about something, sometimes people just cock their head a little bit and be like, huh, that's interesting. And that's really what I'm going for here today with you. I want to talk about the relief from grief that you can feel if you do certain things, face it, address it, release it, work through it, figure it out, understand what it means, when grief visits and so on. Relief from grief. I want to invite you to write down this expression, grief relief or relief from grief, because grief is a feeling. It's an experience. It's a real experience. It may show up in tears. It may show up even in sobbing. It may show up in a little, paralytic, feeling paralyzed in our body. The sympathetic nervous system might kick in, and we might be in shallow breathing, etc. And today I want to talk to you about the relief from that. The relief from that. Can I get any relief from it? Is it possible, even if you've experienced a traumatic loss? It may be years, really. It may be years, if ever, for you to be able to experience true relief. So I'm not here to, tell you anything or tell you should be doing something or shouldn't be doing something. That's not my style at all. I'm simply here talking about something that has supported me, that has helped me. I have had a traumatic loss in my life, but before the traumatic loss of death of my husband, I already had other losses connected in various ways. And so grief isn't always just from death and dying, of course. There's many things that we might grieve. We might grieve when our children leave the home and we become empty nesters. We might grieve a beloved pet. We might grieve moving through a career into a new place, the loss of a job. We might grieve the sale of a home. There's all kinds of things that we can grieve. Today, I'm here to ask you, what kind of relief can you get from that grief? Do you even imagine that you could have relief from it? Do you even imagine that you could feel like centered again or balanced again or grounded again? When I was in my acute phase of this shocking loss that I experienced, I wasn't thinking very much. And, but then I basically, worked through it through coaching, grief coaching, therapy, and of course, my own deep inner work with my own tools and breathing, being at the very base of it. So that's what I wanted to bring you today, an idea. I call it grief relief. Have you ever imagined that you could actually have relief from grief that overcomes you? It's not that it ever goes away per se, depending on what your circumstances are, but you might be able to have some relief by holding a different construct in your mind, having a different experience in your body as you learn what somatic healing is, and so on. Grief relief, friends, when you find this kind of relief, you can feel a little bit more confident. You can rise, your body can be freer, your mind can be more open to, really kind of produce in a way that you want to be in your life, productive and impactful, loving, having space and energy in you to be loving and kind, etc. Grief relief, friends. Qigong is one way that you can find grief relief. If I can help you with this, let me know. I offer Qigong basics. I do this virtually. Here I'm offering a workshop coming up live at a studio locally, but I also can do this virtually by phone. Mostly I just do this by phone so that you can feel better, you can feel more confident, and really go from there. All right, friends, that's it for today. Grief relief. I wish it for you. Take good care.